The STIHL National Championship Air Races it's the longest lasting now and really one of the few major air race events left.
Air racing goes back to the early 1900s, back to the Cleveland air races and a number of others.
As long as pilots have been flying, they've been racing airplanes too.
You know, the legacy has been a legacy of innovation, of competition, and teamwork. It was the revival of unlimited racing in the United States, which had been suspended, and it was just delighted to bring it back here in Reno.
The National Championship Air Race is taking form in the early 1960s. We now have a 57-year history, 56 events at this point, here in northern Nevada, and so we are now the only air race of our kind in the world. So from a legacy standpoint, it's a national treasure. It's been around for over half a century, and it's the only thing like it left in the world.
The people that race and the whole week that comes, it's like a family getting together once a year to come and do the thing they have a passion for, and that's racing each other.
It's a place where people can come and race airplanes, from experimental airplanes to the kind that we fly daily if we would, to warbirds and to jets and to biplanes. It's just a fantastic place to do it.
And even though they're racing each other, race for money, they're racing for trophies, there's a real brotherhood there of everybody getting along and enjoying what everybody else enjoys, and you can't do that anywhere else in the world.
And the community support that we've had and the economic impact that it has for the community in return has been very significant over the years, and it's just our honor and pleasure to be part of this community.
The economic impact overall to the Reno, Sparks, Tahoe community came in at between 90 and 100 million between the 2 years. So the economic impact is huge. We have roughly 110 to 120,000 in total attendance, and 70% or so of those people come from out of town. So when those people all come from out of town, they're bringing money into the city, providing money to our businesses. There are some restaurants that we talk to, half of their income for the year comes from our race week. So it's just so important to this community from a economic impact standpoint.
Just like the rest of the world, the STIHL National Championship Air Races has been through some really tough times in the past few years. 2020 has been challenging, difficult time. It was an amazingly difficult, incredibly difficult decision to not conduct the air races this year. But it was the safest, best way to not only ensure the safety of the fans and the pilots and the racers, but also just to keep the air races alive. Financially, times are tough, just like everywhere else in the world. So the Reno Air Race Association and the air races themselves are hurting.
This year we're going to miss all our fans. We're going to miss the camaraderie with the fans, with the other pilots.
And we recognize that until we're able to hold a safe, healthy, secure event for our fans, for our pilots, for our crews, for our volunteers, and for our staff, then we can't proceed.
The amount that we really need is about 500,000. As you know, the income was down roughly $1 million by not having some of the costs associated with holding the event. That number comes down, but it's about $500,000 that it's cost us through this COVID problem. If we could raise 300,000, that would be great. But truly, the number of need is 500,000, $500,000.
And it would be wonderful for pilots around the world, air race fans around the world, if they see fit to donate or contribute somehow to the Air Race Association. It would ensure that this continues, that we don't lose this very, very special event and this unique way of preserving aviation and sharing aviation with the world.
We got to keep this one-of-a-kind event in this world going. If we stop, air racing goes away, we'll never recoup it, and that will be a national tragedy. I ask if you're an air race fan, if you can, and donate whatever you feel financially able to donate. And if everybody does that, it might be $5, it might be 10, it might be 200, whatever the case may be, that's all going to add up and it's going to help us out.
The easiest way to donate is to go to airrace.org and click the donate button, and it'll walk you through the online donation process. It's very, very simple.
If it's in your heart to help the races continue and you're excited about doing that, we can't say thank you enough if you click on that donate button and donate what's in your heart to be able to do.